Time now. Jeff is going to do the
okay.
American cars
I gotta load
not
it.
sold in the USA.
I got to reload it, I think.
Oh, you do?
Wait, no, I got it.
You got it?
I think I do.
Okay,
Jeff's
well,
gotta
that's
get
good.
loaded.
He's got, well, yeah, and we're good about that.
Okay, so this is, there's a lot. There's like 30, 35 different models, but they're all from the same manufacturer, Chevy, Ford, Dodge. So these are a few of these vehicles that are built. Let me see if I can't get this up going here. There you are. That the first one we have here is a Dodge GTX V8. Chrysler Corporation was pretty active in Argentina, and it produced several models aimed directly to the local market. But the most significant model and luxurious model offered was the Dodge GT. It's a Dart-based sedan with better equipment by the famous 225 slant 6
Oh, wow,
engine.
I did not know that.
Yep, the car was introduced in '68, but in '70, Chrysler Argentina decided to build the proper muscle version of this vehicle, and it was the Dodge GTX.
And they put a Hemi in it.
Well, this one had a 318 V8, which delivered 212 horsepower, or the 230 horsepower, depending on the year model that they were producing. So that's one for the Argentina flag. Let's see, we're going to this one here. This rascal is a Ford RS200. Back in the mid-'80s, motorsports were all about rallying and famous, terrifyingly dangerous Group Bs.
Group B.
Group B was a part of the World Rally Championship, which featured factory prototypes loosely based on production cars with insane turbocharged engines and all-wheel drive systems.
Very loosely based.
This brought many exciting and fast road cars, since the manufacturers are obligated to produce a number of the road vehicles for racing. So that's a pretty good-looking little Ford hot rod there. This next one is a good fancy of mine. This is the Chevrolet Opala SS, not Opel. The Opala SS is a typical example
Very close
of
to
a
Oprah.
Brazilian muscle car Chevy produced in the height of the
Brazilian.
muscle car craze. They introduced this handsome fastback coupe
Just
in
a thin little
'69.
line.
This came with a wide range of formal body stylings, the Chevrolet's main and mid-model sizes for the Brazilian market.
And a free can of wax.
However, the name Opala was controversial because customers thought it represented a mix between the names of Opel and Impala. So that's why they were a little confused. Although not much today's standards, it was given the Opala SS decent performance. Even with its success on the tracks, it did win many races in the Brazilian racing circuit. So there was
Sure
one
it
of
did.
those. Yep, it did. Now this one's pretty neat.
And they worked in the Willy Wonka factory, the
This-
Opalas.
This is a Ford Fairmont GT introduced in 1970. The Fairmont was a full-size sedan designed and constructed by Ford Australia. Their division sold mainly to the South African division. It was basically a version of the Australian Ford Falcon XY. The Falcon GT was one of the first and most popular Australian muscle cars, so South African dealers wanted one of their own. That's how the Fairmont GT came to be. Powered by Ford's 351 V8 engine, 300 horsepower, making it one of the fastest and most powerful cars in South Africa. The 0 to 60 was pretty respectable at 7.2, and the Fairmont GT was expensive and rare. At the time, they only built 1,824 of these rascals. So there's not many in the production. This one is one of my favorites as well. This is the Chevrolet Firenza CanAm. One of the craziest, rarest Chevrolet muscle cars is
Firenza.
the Firenza CanAm. Got my F's and my C's mixed up. Chevy introduced this in '73 based on the Firenza CanAm, a two-door sedan designed from England, but they built it again in South Africa, Mike, under the Chevrolet badge. Best thing about it, it had a 5-liter Chevy V8 straight out of a Z28 Camaro. Performance heads, close to 400 horsepower. Lightweight body, 5.4 seconds in the 0 to 60. Acceleration figures close to a Ferrari and a Chevrolet. Today, the survivors of this are very, very expensive. So there you have the 5. Built, but not sold in America.
All right. I'm going to move the car clinic to the next hour, Conrad,
Alrighty.
if that's okay with you.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Because I have to get in some of
We
the...
got to get a date.
Pardon me?